Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today is a fantastic day to dive deep into the absolute madness that is unfolding in Port Charles. We have so much intricate drama to unpack regarding the upcoming weeks, so grab a snack, get comfortable, and let's get into the weeds of these storylines. Okay, so I've been thinking about this and my brain is just spinning in absolute circles about Ethan Lovett returning. He's back, right? And he's immediately jumping into the deep end by making this deadly proposition to Sunny. He literally offers to wipe Jen Sidwell off the map for the right price. But wait, let me back up. Why is Ethan so intensely focused on Sidwell? Obviously, it goes back to his mom, Holly Sutton, and Lucky Spencer. Sidwell put them in extreme danger, and Ethan knows that Sidwell is aware of exactly where Holly, Robert, Scorpio, Sasha, and Daisy live in France. Sidwell even described their cozy cottage to Tracy, so Ethan's motivation is intensely personal. He's basically trying to proactively eliminate the threat to his family. But is he really going to be a hitman for Sunny? I mean, not exactly, but kind of. Or maybe not. I don't know. It feels like Ethan is playing a much deeper, more strategic game here. He's a grifter at heart, like his dad Luke. So maybe the hitman thing is just a front to get Sunny's resources. Actually, no, first I should mention what Sidwell is doing, because this is what's really bugging me. Sidwell approaches James West outside of Bobby's. James is just standing there in his little karate class outfit, and Sidwell starts chatting him up, calling him young grasshopper, and talking about lethal moves. Why is he thinking about Marco Rios? He has that photo of Marco in swim trunks around that same age. It's weird, like really weird. The whole thing is just weird. Cassius Faison, who is still running around posing as sweet Nathan West, is there protecting his nephew, and Cassius has to be absolutely freaking out. Cassius is already on edge because he knows exactly how ruthless Sidwell is. Sidwell is terrifyingly calm, which makes him so much more dangerous. If Sidwell is projecting his grief over Marco onto James, James is in massive danger. What was I saying? Oh, right, the car crash investigation. This is driving me completely crazy. Curtis Ashford is focusing on a suspect in the hit-and-run investigation, and he's pointing the finger at Isaiah Gannon. I mean, from a psychological standpoint, it makes sense. Curtis is probably looking at Isaiah's SUV and trying to prove it was the one that hit the guardrail. Curtis already hates Isaiah because Isaiah was at Portia's prenatal appointment, so Curtis is totally biased here. He's projecting all his anger onto Isaiah, but we, the audience, know the truth. It wasn't Isaiah, it was Brooklyn Quartermain. Brooklyn scraped her car on the guardrail because she was tipsy after drinking wine and she panicked. Okay, wait, Tracy Quartermain is involved now, and that changes the entire paradigm. Tracy insisted she take care of the repairs and is standing her ground to protect Brooklyn. Tracy is in full-blown crisis management mode. But then again, that doesn't explain why Curtis is so relentlessly fixated on Isaiah unless he genuinely found some circumstantial evidence. Or maybe he just wants it to be Isaiah. Anyway, the point is... Wait, what was the point? The point is that cover-ups on soaps never work. Like, ever. Tracy thinks her plan is foolproof. But Brooklyn is a nervous wreck. She feels immense guilt because Jordan is severely injured and scarred. Brooklyn is going to crack. She just got conditionally approved to foster baby Phoebe with Chase. And this secret is going to destroy her marriage if she doesn't get ahead of it. And... speaking of destroying things, let's talk about Willow Kane, because she is completely losing her mind. She is descending into this hypocritical madness that is fascinating to watch. Michael is having a meeting with her, but it's actually a setup. Michael has a sneaky plan in store and he's sharing it with Jacinda Bracken. Jacinda is full of surprises, and Michael is determined to regain the upper hand because Willow has been fiercely threatening Jacinda to stay away from Wiley and Amelia. Willow acts so self-righteous, but she is literally a criminal. She shot Drew Kane. Okay, I know I just said the opposite earlier about Willow being smart, but hear me out. She is actually incredibly stupid for paralyzing Drew and keeping him at GH, because now Willow is landing in a massive tight spot thanks to Elizabeth Baldwin. Liz is stepping in and presumably offering up more communication tools for Drew after suggesting the idea to Nina Reeves. Drew is trapped in his own body because Willow injected his IV with a paralytic. If Liz gives him a way to communicate, like a blinking sequence or an eye tracking board, Willow is absolutely toast. Basically, Willow's entire house of cards is about to collapse. I think it was episode 12 or 13. Somewhere around there when Drew first tried to blink an SOS to Liz and Willow interrupted, but she can't guard him 24/7. Liz is a brilliant nurse. She is going to notice the cognitive function is there. Willow is terrified, and she should be. Let me pivot to Lulu Spencer because the mama bear energy is off the charts right now. Lulu gets some news that leaves her absolutely fuming. Nathan Cassius admits to Lulu that Rocco Falconeri spilled the beans to Britt Westbourne about shooting Ross Cullum. Lulu has been breaking her back trying to keep this secret. She let Jason Morgan take the fall and go to WSB custody just to protect her son, and now Rocco just blurts it out to Britt. I mean, I get it. Rocco felt guilty because Britt was panicking, but still, now Britt knows. And Britt is totally freaking out, telling Rocco we're dead if Cullum finds out. But here's the thing that is making me second guess everything. Britt is going to leak a secret to someone. Who is she going to trust with this massive life-altering information? Is she going to tell Brad Cooper? Brad is her best friend. They have a deep history of scheming together. If she tells Brad that Jason is protecting Rocco, Brad might do something incredibly stupid to try and help her. Or maybe she leaks the secret about Cassius being Faison's evil twin. Actually, no, she exposes Cassius. She loses her leverage with Sidwell and Cullum for her Huntington's disease medication, so it has to be about Rocco. Or maybe she tells Lucas, I don't know. It's a massive risk either way. Okay, wait, let's talk about Lucas Jones because he is about to blast Carly and I am so here for it. Lucas drops by Carly's place unexpectedly. Does he discover Valentine Cassadine hiding out there? Lucas is already in extreme danger at Windermere because Cassius planted the idea in Sidwell's head that Lucas killed Marco Rios. If Lucas goes to Carly for help, or to vent, and he finds Fugitive, Valentine Cassadine just chilling in her house, he is going to flip. Lucas has zero tolerance for mob, WSB nonsense right now. But the Lucas thing is just the appetizer for the main course of disaster coming Carly's way. Jack Brennan is on the verge of a troubling discovery. Carly may not have any lucky breaks left. And this might be the exact moment Brennan catches her with Valentine. The week of May 4 to 8 is going to bring the absolute fallout. Brennan is going to finally learn that Carly has been concealing Valentine in her attic this entire time. Carly's alliance and passionate, sizzling involvement with Valentine will come to light, and Brennan is going to unleash his wrath. And Brennan's wrath is not something you want to mess with. He is the head of the WSB. He is currently blackmailing Nina with the traffic cam footage of Willow. If Carly breaks his heart and betrays him, Brennan will burn her world to the ground. Carly really didn't think this through. She was literally fantasizing about Valentine while in bed with Brennan. It's a ticking time bomb. Probably doesn't matter, but I noticed a really interesting narrative loop happening with Dante Falconeri. Dante is continuing to juggle plenty of investigations, right? He's looking into Marco's murder, the Cullum shooting, and the Route 91 car crash. This is the most brilliant part of the writing right now. The domino effect. Let's trace it. Curtis points the finger at Isaiah for the car crash. Dante investigates Isaiah. Dante questions Isaiah's alibi for that night. And what was Isaiah doing? He was making a secret house call to Lulu's house because Rocco had a severely infected hand. So if Isaiah has to clear his name for the hit and run, he has to admit he was at Lulu's treating Rocco. Dante is a smart cop. He's Rocco's dad. He's going to ask Lulu why she needed a secret. Off the books house call from a surgeon for a simple cut on Rocco's hand. He's going to look at the timeline. He's going to realize Rocco's infected hand perfectly aligns with the night on Pier 55. The recoil from the gun, a scrape while running away, whatever it is, Dante's going to connect the dots. Lulu will be backed into a corner, and she'll have absolutely no choice but to come clean to Dante about Rocco's shooter status and everything she's been doing to keep him safe. It's a perfect narrative loop. The car crash investigation inadvertently exposes the Cullum shooting. My brain is literally exploding thinking about this structure. It's so good. But it's also tragic because Dante is going to have to choose between his badge and his son. Just like Sonny's kids always put him in terrible positions. And amidst all this heavy dark mob and WSB trauma, we have this random but kind of sweet bright spot. On a happier note, Michael James Scott is going to deliver the second part of the Broadway crossover. He shows up to sing at the Savoy on May 4. Giovanni Gio Palmieri and Emma Scorpio Drake should be absolutely thrilled to see Michael again. They just went to New York City to see him play the genie in Aladdin. It's a nice little break from the chaos. Emma really needs this distraction because Felicia just got some alarming news. which is probably about Anna Devane having a massive setback at the mental health clinic. Gio is trying so hard to be the supportive boyfriend, and bringing Michael James Scott to Port Charles is a huge flex. But then again, even the Savoy isn't safe from drama. With Curtis dealing with Jordan's horrific scars and his vendetta against Isaiah, who knows what kind of mood he'll be in while hosting this Broadway star. It's weird, like really weird. The juxtaposition of a Broadway musical performance while Jen Sidwell is plotting murders and Willow's paralyzing people is just peak daytime drama. I love it, but I also overthink it way too much. Anyway, I need to go to sleep. But let me know what you guys think about all these theories.